Oh man, I had the Space Church music muted, so you weren't even here in the Space Church. But hey, Ninja Weasel, I'm glad you saw the hand wave. Although you weren't here when I hand waved, at least it hadn't appeared yet for me in the window. But hey, I'm glad you saw it. Let's see. I got stuff everywhere. I got stuff just absolutely just jam-packled. It's a mess in my room right now. It's just a complete and utter mess. Okay, there we go. You're living in the delay. Huh, what did I spend this week? $6.64. Jeez. Because the stuff I was supposed to get this week, there's at least one more book, Justice League Dark, just didn't get here. I should take the stream starting soon because we've started. I was planning on not starting quite so soon, but then Ninja Weasel appeared, and the power of Weasel compels you. So I'm trying to find a tweet from a comic book shop. Oh my gosh. I know I'm not talking. I'm being really, really bad at this. Is it this one? No, that's in New Zealand. I guess we'll look for people here. The Rise of Ramen. Oh, I mean it's Ultraman. You know what it is, but yeah, I get what you're saying. That is kind of funny. There you go, Gotham Underground. That's the shop I was looking for. They actually follow me? I had no idea they followed me. I don't know why they follow me. We're nowhere near the same territory. Because they're in New Jersey. And I've only ever been to New Jersey on like one business trip. And maybe driving through it. Probably drove through it one time on my way to Vermont. But, you know, otherwise, just been there once. Anyway, let's see. Where was the thing? They had a thing on here about DC. And I'm looking for it. I guess I could show this. Their Twitter feed's harmless enough. Let's see, show right monitor. Here we go. Looks like they're trying to move a whole lot of books through their Twitter account here. It was like Tuesday, which would have been the 20th, so we're on the right day now. Ooh, Michael Turner's Fathom Zero, Wizard World LX. Hey, sweet Michael Turner art. Do not bend. Probably a good idea. Well, I thought it was these guys. Maybe it's not. So what I saw is there was something like you can't get DC books here right now because DCBS won't ship to us. Hold on, let me click away for a second. Let me just like search for Gotham and DCBS and see what I get. I get nothing. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of a different company. The Rise of Ramen. The costumes ever would be like, I feel personally attacked by this comic. You know, hold on, I'm gonna write that down. That's actually a really funny idea. You could do like a Attack of the Killer Tomatoes style spoof with the Rise of the Ramen. Some Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see how it starts now. So you've got some scientist in his laboratory, right? And it's a grad student, naturally. And the grad student has left their ramen cooking near the experiment. And so what ends up happening is the ramen noodles, they get some of the chemical in them, and then they wake up and start moving and stuff. And as they get more and more noodles together, it gets smarter and smarter. Hey, Ninja, I don't know if you're anywhere, like if you have a Panera Bread on your regular commute or something, but they're doing this thing where you get like 2 months of unlimited of this thing, but it's free. And I've been rocking that, so I'll get like coffee and bring it back home with me on Wednesday, and then I have some okay coffee. They're hazelnuts, pretty good. So anyway, the thing I was looking for DC is people are seemingly having trouble getting books. That looks like yell. Yeah, see, you're on the wavelength. You are on the wavelength. What if I search for DC and DCBS? Maybe I'll have better luck that way. DCBS. This has got to be the most engaging stream ever. No. Whoops, DC Comics run DCBS back page ads by mistake. Oh, that was 2015. No, I don't want to tweet from 5 years ago. Let's see. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff here. Let's see. Hold on. We'll open this up as a separate window. This could be interesting. Alternately, it could just be a big nothing. Either way, so we'll get that tweet there. So it looks like overseas, international, are getting nothing. These transition to Lunar and UCS is not going so smoothly. I believe that Midtown DCBS has propped up their infrastructure to handle that almost overnight. I mean, that's not that hard. You just gotta hire trucks, man. That's the hard part. Getting stuff to where it's supposed to go. Something, if you're Canadian, get in touch with Universal Distribution in Montreal. Okay. I guess I can just show this stuff. And the reason I'm showing it is not because I'm making fun of DC, but my own experience. Today, I was supposed to get Justice League Dark, and Sean was like, yeah, there's a bunch of DC books that I didn't ask him like for details because I didn't want to be like weird, but he was definitely like, yeah, your stuff did not come in. Now there were new DC books, just not Justice League Dark. A lot of people are really down on DC Comics here. I would have sworn that I saw a tweet from that Gotham Underground comics about this stuff, but I must not, because there is nothing coming up here. Was it UCS? Oh, here it is. This is absolutely it. We apologize for the inconvenience, especially to... Oh, so there's... Okay, I was searching for DCBS. I should just search for UCS. We apologize for the inconvenience, especially to all of our pull list customers. We will be stopping DC Comics for the time being because the inability to receive comics from UCS. We're beyond angry and we'll do what we can to fix the situation. Go away, little ad. Like using Lunar. Yeah, you're in the wrong place. And dude's like, I backed a couple of his Kickstarters. He's like, well, you could carry me. Never stop selling, right? Always be trying to sell your books. Always be trying to sell your stuff. I can get behind that. Luckily, we got some great indie titles. Yeah, but they don't sell as much as Batman. It's all about the Batman. Yeah, so my shop is not alone. Retract it. Oh, you just corrected a typo. Okay. Yeah, so my shop is not alone. So today I was supposed to buy 2 books. Got 1. And there were also some free comic book day books, because they're just putting books out every week this summer. And I didn't see a single one of those. Let's see. Dark Ark Instinct, Horizon Zero Dawn, Spider-Man Venom #1. I had looked for that one. And Valiant 200 Years of Hero Special. Didn't see that. So I'm not sure what's going on with that stuff. But I'm really just kind of miffed about Justice League Dark, because I want to know what happens, man. I gotta know what happens. And I don't have a clue what happens. So anyway, we got Vlad Dracul, which, come on, that's a pretty cool looking cover. Apparently, I had asked for this to be on my pull list, and I didn't remember that. So when I was putting my manual list together of oh yeah, what books am I expecting this week? And I got down to this one. I was like, oh, hey, that looks like that might be interesting. I guess I'll check that out. And there it was, I walk in, Sean just goes onto the counter. He's just expecting me to check out right there and leave. It's like, got nothing for you, man. It's a heartbreaking moment. Oh, hey, Mr. Ninja, did you get your stickers I sent you? Because I sent you some stickers. Did you get those? You know, some of these beautiful Sons of Guns. I forget if I stuck 1 or 2 in there. But I tried to send you some anyway. Who knows what the post office decided. I had that one package that I was supposed to get, and it just kind of never came. And then suddenly one day it was here. Spent a week going between Nashville and Memphis. Actually it was longer than a week. It was 10 days. It's I could have went down there, picked the package up, and walked them there. Sent it to the... No? I did not. I sent it to the address you gave me when I asked you for something or other a while back. And you're like, oh no, it's this. And that's what I put on there. I guess I'll see if they come back to me. Did you move again? Did you move a 3rd time? Because you totally did. Anyway, that's not a discussion for here. We can talk about that later. Let's look at Vlad Dracul. Oh, we're actually, if we do that, we're kind of going out of order, because we're supposed to look at the 50-cent stuff, because I went to Graham Cracker Comics, where you get 3 free books out of the 50-cent bin. Whoa, 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 you should delete that so that nobody... Here, I'll delete it for you. Let me just whack that for you. There. I think so. I'll go look after this, because I'm not sure where I stuck my note cards with that info. Oh, actually, it's right here. Nope. So, yeah, they're not going to you. Alright, cool. Apparently, the new address I had written down wasn't your new address. Alright, good. Problem solved. Mystery found. Solved. Averted. Hey, Dark Hammer March here. We were just not really talking about anything in particular. So yeah, my free books from the 50-cent bin. I don't know, I ended up with all 90s stuff. So first we got what was a free preview. So I paid $0, so that is the appropriate price. Wow, I didn't even flip this puppy open. But that is pretty crazy and cool looking. And hey, Eli Easy. You know, I always had a problem with the way Valiant... Oh, hey! Just a trading card tucked in here. Should I keep that with the book? It wasn't attached or anything. What's in the back? Oh, it's a checklist for the event. Okay. Still, that's a pretty cool looking card. I'm glad I picked this book up. This is a cool card. I dig it. Valiant always had that problem with their coloring, where it looks like somebody's coloring it with colored pencils, or water soluble colored pencils or something, you know? Kind of weird. I have no idea what's going on. In fact, I'm not even sure who some of these characters are. Like, obviously I recognize Shadow Man over here, but I have no idea who she is, or why she's got like the cool tattoo stuff all over. It's kind of cool though. So I guess I should, you know, one of these days I am going to end up collecting like all the old Valiant books. Like, I've got a pretty good start on. I've got a whole short box full of that stuff. I actually had to split into 2 boxes because it overflowed enough that I needed a second box. I probably haven't actually backed Black Hops yet, but it's on the list. Did some diving of the dollar bins. Got a stack of weird war tales. Other than that, I picked up manga. Hey, alright. Everybody likes some manga. Everybody likes manga now. I really need to go track down the rest of Gunsmith Cats. Like, I've got 1 volume of it I've had for ages, and I really need to just read the rest of it. So this looks like a cool, if short, little freebie thing with card. So I guess I'll just keep the card with it. That seems the appropriate thing to do. We'll come back to you here in a minute, Vlad. We're going to just put that up there. I only had 1 book today, man. I'm disappointed. Thing number 2. I don't know why. Like, I was in the bin, I'm looking, and the next thing I know, I'm just like getting early mid-90s books out, and I don't know why. Oh my god, did we just... No! Why would you do this? Okay. Why would you, as an artist, make your book harder to read? You cannot go from a vertical to a horizontal from from just 1 page. If it's going to be vertically formatted, which you shouldn't do anyway, unless you have a compelling artistic reason to do it. Oh my gosh, Image. Early Image, man. What do you want? Like, it was a different, wilder, crazy kind of comic time. Those guys were trying out all kinds of crazy stuff. Sometimes it worked, and sometimes you ended up with whatever this is that we're looking at right now. Oh, my shop man, Sean, he was like, I was like, man, I got this 90s stuff. I'm braced for it. I'm prepared for it to be terrible. And he's like, what? Well, you got that chaos effect thing. That was pretty good. And then I was like, yeah, but you didn't see the other stuff. And he's like, wait, what was the other stuff? I'm like, it was old Image stuff. And he took like 1 glance down and he went, oh, yeah. You think you've read some bad comics before? Wait till you read these. So I'm really looking forward. Oh my god, they did it again! Oh, we just randomly opened the book up, and it's doing the... Oh, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? What kind of sick person... Who was the artist? I know Liefeld's got his name on the cover, but who was the artist? Well, actually, you know what? It's probably not his fault. It's probably not that person's fault. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yape? Yep, I'm not sure. It's probably the writer said, and then we just want to randomly flip over 1 page. Okay, that's kind of cool, though. That's actually kind of cool there on the left. I don't know what I'm looking at, but the sound effect is Crack-a-Doom. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That speaks to me. That really speaks to me right there. Oh, boy. I hope you all had... Well, actually, it sounds like you've... At least March Hare had a better Wednesday shopping experience than me, because it sounds like you actually got some stuff. I don't know, I have this problem with, like, getting down on the floor and going through the 50-cent bins for more than 2 or 3 minutes to look through for stuff. Like, if there's not a bunch of stuff I want all just kind of grouped up together right there in the 50-cent bin, it doesn't appeal to me nearly as much. Nice cold water. Dollar Bin Diving. Got 2 copies of Black Flag #1. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's absolutely pretty cool. With the crowdfund going on, that might actually go up in value. And you had no books in your pool. That's brutal, March Hare. Hey, it's Manny Shape, aka El Crudo there. If you haven't... there ain't much of a haul today. I will show you the extent of... In fact, we're not done going through the 50-cent bin books. The first 10 minutes of this was me complaining about my shop not getting DC books. So... and then me and Ninja Weasel talking about other stuff that was completely unrelated, like... the rise of ramen, based on the cover of the comic shop news here, because that was the only part that was visible, was the ramen, and that led to the rise of ramen, and things got very silly. Oh, we were just looking at this. So yeah, I got that out of the 50-cent bin. Got this out of the 50-cent bin. It had a card in it. Which was kind of cool. This is the only book I bought. We'll look at that in a minute. Well, they had, like, when I went over to, like, the DC stuff, there were some new books this week there. So maybe you forgot to take the signs down or something, but there were some new books, just not the one I cared about. He said there were, like, 3 titles that he didn't get. And one of them was Justice League Dark, which is, you know, on my pull list. So, and I showed off the tweet from Gotham Underground in New Jersey, where they couldn't get their stuff from UCS at all. That one actually seems kind of scummy to me, because I don't know where their location is. Let's find that out. That's probably more interesting than flipping through Youngblood Strike File here, which came out of the 50-cent bin. And yeah, actually that's kind of a cool... I'm not really sure what I'm looking at, but it's kind of cool anyway. Gotham Underground Comics. Do you have a website? Here we go, gucomicshop.com. Closed 3 days a week, man. They're in Ramsey, New Jersey. I don't know where that is. So let's go to, like, maps. I'll show my screen here in a second. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally dox myself or something, because when you go to random websites and then they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna integrate with Facebook, you know, it's kind of a lame-o. Okay, so there we go. There's the map. Oh yeah, that is definitely kind of scummy. They're maybe an hour outside of parts of New York. Let me pull up the map for Midtown Comics. Midtown Comics locations, and let's see. This one looks scuzzy. This one absolutely looks scuzzy. Now, I know Midtown has 3 locations. We're only seeing 1. Let's see. Show right monitor. There we go. So there's Midtown. If I ever get another business trip to New York, I'm gonna go visit this one. There's also a game store up in the Bowery I want to go to, but that's neither here nor there. Right down from Times Square. I don't know where the other 2 are, and it's not showing up here. And then Gotham Underground is right there. Theoretically, these 2 stores could compete with each other. It's not quite the same as if they were located in Jersey City or even Newark. I've flown into Newark before. I didn't really care for it that much. The whole having to get somebody else, like it's all full service gas stations, that was super duper weird. But yeah, Gotham Underground here is definitely close enough that I would, if I were them, I definitely would be worried that me not getting my books shipped from UCS, aka Midtown Comics, located, you know, 2 hours away, right there. Although granted, that's really a lot longer than 2 hours, depending on how you get in here, because if you try to drive into here, It's going to take you like an hour to go from here to wherever you park. Maybe 2. That's just how it goes. So you got to park and take the subway in or something. But yeah, they definitely are not that different, like as markets go. It's not like you're some business in, let's say, Baltimore. Like, they definitely serve completely different markets. But Gotham Underground is just right there. They're on the outskirts of the greater metropolitan area for New York. So them not getting their books, that seems like that might be some kind of bad business decision there. Volume 39 of Berserk. So start reading Demon Slayer per someone's recommendation. Cool. Not enough pouches for Youngblood or shoulder pads. Oof. Midtown and Queens, and yeah, and near Grand Central. I knew there were more than one. We were just not able to locate them there. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on in this book over here. I don't know. 90s Image, man. I think 90s Image you just kind of get for cool looking stuff, and you don't think about it too hard. Because Why? Do we continue with another vertical page here? No. No, we don't. What is even going on? Okay, he's like flipping out and like kicking dudes. And then this dude in 2 very long panels shows up. And then there's nothing even being drawn here. I complain about decompressed storytelling. But that, you gotta go. Alright, March here, thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it, much love. That's just terrible, man. Like, Youngblood #1 may have a dumb plot. Okay. Youngblood in general may have a dumb plot, but Youngblood #1 is actually laid out really well. It makes great use of pages. It uses big stuff to great effect when it needs to. This is just what happens when your artist doesn't want to draw a lot. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 panels spread over 3 pages. Really, it's 6 panels over 4 pages. And I talk about like decompressed storytelling. You know, they'll do like a 9-panel layout and they're all the same thing, and there's just some text bubbles or whatever on there, and that's lazy. This is also lazy. It's just lazy in a different way. Oh gosh, I don't want to look at this anymore. I will force myself to read it one day, but that day is not today. I do like this cool card though. Alright, little books. Get thee over there. Let's see what Vlad Dracul looks like. I didn't open this yet. So all I know about this book is it's got a guy named Vlad Dracul, and he's in red and on a horse, and there's like a town behind him that doesn't look like it's seen very good days. So let's open this up and find out what it looks like. Please be something I can show on stream. Okay, I don't know if I'm enamored with the art quality. Oh man, what is with these eyes right here? Is she drugged? Is she high? Eyes here look pretty good. This looks a lot like the art in, what was that book? Fearscape? Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, this is totally the book. This looks like the same kind of art. Who did the art in this? Let me actually pop that up here. This art looks very similar to this that I got over here. So I'm going to see if this is the same artist. Oh my gosh, I can't even click. Comicsfandom.com wiki from Vault Comics. Creative team, here we go. Artist, Andrea Muti. Nailed it! I recognized a style! That wasn't from somebody that's famous. Oh, dude! Blew my own mind. Right there. Yes! Oh, so cool. Oh, so cool. Oh, so cool. No, I'm just really surprised that I actually recognized an artist's work. And was like, hey, that looks like... And then I was actually correct. Like, that just... Thumbs up to me, man. I'm gonna ride that high for a while. She be trippin', says Ninja Weasel. Hey, did I ever show this on stream? Hold on. Let me get the corrected one. Yeah, there it is. I've been organizing stuff a little bit today. So I got comics laid out everywhere. And one of the things I was organizing is my rags books to make sure I had all of them that I thought I had. We'll look at this again in a second. And so then I get to this, I'm like, why do I have two of these? They're identical. Is one of these from Antarctic Press and the other's not? And so I get one out. I'm like, okay, that looks like the Patreon background stuff. Then I get the other one out. And I'm like, oh, right! It was the crazy misprinted ones. So the last page of the book is actually somehow ended up as the back cover of the book. I still don't exactly know how that happened because, like, there's more material here between that page and the back cover. So I have no idea how that happened, but that was really funny. That was really darn funny. Just got Ingelani Nur Iker. I hope I didn't just say something bad. Just decided to subscribe. I appreciate that. Hey, if you're here on the stream right now, welcome. And if you're over on, that was actually like a Twitch thing or something. Yeah, it says follow, so that's probably a Twitch follow. Thank you so much for following me over there. I appreciate it. Much love. Alright, let's get back to this Dracul stuff here. Let's see if we can just open it up to something that's not a severed head. Well, that's not a severed head. It is, however, a little bit of the old ultraviolence. You know, this artist's art looked good in Fearscape, just for the reason that it had that kind of not exactly here quality to it, you know? It was stylized, it felt dreamy. I'm not so sure it's going to work out for this book. But I guess I'll read it and find out. And that was it. That was my whole big comic book haul. I did grab a comic shop news, so let's, you know what, while I'm thinking about it, before I let this Catwoman get mangled up or something, let me go ahead and put this back in its bag, because I've done the review of it. It's just been sitting on my desk for a couple of days. Get in the mech, Shinji. I think I've already got it put into CLZ, so I should be good to go there. Booyah! Great book, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. Check out my review if you want the deets, but I loved everything about this. And then I also got Death Metal just sitting on my desk here. Let me go ahead and tape that up, too. Also great, but for entirely different reasons. It's just crazy. It's crazy on top of crazy on top of crazy. And I've been having a blast with it. Especially where I just read Crisis as well. And that was just like great. This is actually a really great like follow-up to the shenanigans in Crisis. It's like, yeah, that had a lot of really crazy high concept stuff. This does too. Turned out that they make a really good reading pair for some reason. Alright, let's read about the rise of Ramen. Now, I think the big draw for a lot of people would be that Alex Ross cover they got for this thing. I picked this up and I was like, oh, they're bringing Ultraman back, which I think I knew. But my shop man was like, you want me to get that for you? And I was like, nah, man. I just remember watching that when I was a kid in Hawaii because there was like one TV station. It was like the one that carried random Japanese shows. Like that's where I watched Dragon Ball when I was a kid. Also, what else did I watch? Like Crayon Shin-chan, like all sorts of weird stuff. It's like I used to watch that a little bit on that station. It's like, oh, cool. So yeah, that's a thing they're doing. I'm not sure why they're doing it, but they sure are. Comic writer Mark Pellegrini, if I remember right, he has been going through the Ultra whatever series DVDs lately, because he was talking about Ultra Q and was Science Patrol a separate show, or was that the name of the team in Ultra Q? I don't remember. And he's been talking about that a little bit on Twitter over the last month or so. Da-da-da-da-da. Final chapter of Vampirella's 50th anniversary year concludes with a mother-daughter showdown in Vampirella 14. Well, thanks for spoiling that. Thanks for spoiling that for me, buddy. Gosh. Christopher Rial, their president, who used to be something else, and then he left the company, and then he came back. He went to Skybound, and then he came back from Skybound after like 6 months or something. He just quit. He just quit his job, which might mean he was forced out. IDW has not been having a good past couple of years. They've been relying on the idea that they would get money for like film adaptations of their properties and stuff, and that just hasn't really panned out. I think the only thing that actually made it to production was Lock and Key, and was that on Netflix? I forget. But their other half dozen development projects like went nowhere. Also, that's cool. Is that actually going to finish up now? IDW is offering Batman the Max Lost Year Compendium, bargain price collection, the first 3 issues. It also includes incredible added content, thumbnails of the 2 final issues of Sam Keith art every page. Oh, wait. I skipped down past the important part. The long-awaited final issues of Batman the Max are coming this fall. Yeah! I totally don't remember where the story left off. Waiting for Dynamite to put out a Project Superpowers Volume 5. Ugh. I tried getting on board their last one, I guess it was. And I tried getting in with that, and I thought it was kind of dumb. And I dropped it after like 2 issues, man. I totally dropped that like a rock. It was 3 issues. I don't know. The original Daredevil, like, disintegrated to a nanite swarm. A guy named Pandora showed up, and all powers came from Pandora's box. I'm kind of like, you know, City of Heroes did the Pandora's box thing already, and they did it better. And Pandora wasn't a space alien. Oh boy. Now, City of Heroes comic, I could get on board for that, especially if they get, oh, Ninja Weasel, you have to get me if I'm wrong here. David Nakayama? Was he the guy that did all the concept art in the last, like, 5 years of the thing? Like, if they got him to do the art for the comic book, that would be mind-blowing. He would school a lot of people. On the other hand, I don't think David Nakayama does a whole lot of comic art. He mostly does concept art, which is a very different discipline. Plus, they really wanted to make Noble Savage, or whatever his name is, like a big deal. And that just kind of fell flat. Batman 95, The Joker War. Meh. Batman 47. Oh, Batgirl 47 joke. Whatever. Amazing Spider-Man, Sin's Rising, Prelude, #1. That's so silly, man. Like, Marvel did Original Sin or whatever. Like, just because you put Sin in the title, doesn't mean anything anymore. Hey, wait a minute. Did this not come? How old is this? What is the date on this thing? I assumed it was from this week, but I actually have no idea when this comic shop news actually came out. I just saw it sitting on Dude Man's shelf, because that's supposed to have already come out, isn't it? And I couldn't find it. And here's Vlad Dracul. Is this from March? Am I actually looking at March solicits here? I think I am, man. We've been looking at a freakishly old one of these. Yeah, look at this. They're talking about the DC changes and stuff, but there's no actual date on it? Alright, well, no reason to look at that anymore. Oh, gosh. That's my comic books, man. That's all I got. I did get some actual regular books, so that's pretty cool. Got the Shawn Michaels book here. Ought to be pretty cool. And then, maybe even cooler, Jim Ross, man. I don't know what to expect from it, but he is such a excellent and prolific speaker. I can't imagine his writing's going to be anything but a hoot. I have no idea why they don't make those stupid one-shots actual issues in the series. That Sin Eater thing could have easily been Spider-Man 4740. Oh my, really? They're bringing Sin Eater back? Yeah, whatever. Whatever, I'd get worked up about it, but you know what? It ain't worth the mental strain of getting worked up about that. So yeah, that is all the new stuff I got here. I got nothing else really cool to show you. So it's just Vlad Dracul and a really old comic shop news that I didn't realize was really old. So, you like Sin Eater? Okay. I thought Sin Eater's gimmick was already kind of played out back in the 90s. But you know what, man? Whatever works for you. Because one of the great things about being a person, about being a human being, is the ability to make up your own mind and like the things that you like and not be told that it's wrong. Because it's your opinion, and your opinion is not wrong for you when it's something subjective like liking a book or not liking a book. So, you know, if we were all liking the same things, life would be really boring, because then we would never get to discuss what's cool and what's not. Alright, off my soapbox. Let me see what you just wrote here. Have you ever read the Miss Fury Dynamite series? Negative. Negative on that. I did not read the Miss Fury Dynamite series. I got really excited about it for like 5 minutes, and then I promptly decided I didn't want to read it. I don't remember why. I probably mentioned that in a video like a year ago, but I don't remember why I didn't want to read it, so I never read it. And honestly, I don't really feel like I'm missing a whole lot. Now, I know Billy Tucci, his Miss Fury campaign, I don't know what it's for, if it's just like an alternate cover or something. I know they got into like some kind of shenanigans with Indiegogo the other day. They got their campaign was... I'm plugging my headset in. There we go. They got their campaign not suspended, but like under investigation or something, and that kind of was not the best thing ever for them. But then it got resolved. I think everybody else, every Dynamite campaign that was out there, did that. And I saw like some shenanigans where Dynamite canceled somebody's crowdfund. Yeah, it was Cecil's crowdfund, which I wouldn't have bought that, because I think that kind of thing is kind of silly. But what's sillier is them canceling it. Here we go. I went to Indiegogo so I could pull up what his cover turned into, because they kind of rescued it. Let me put that up here. They totally rescued it and made that cover an alternate cover for his other book. And dang, yo, he's making some serious bank. So since his campaign ended in March, he's grossed another 50 grand. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Let me get back to where I can see the chat. Back to new Indiegogo 2. It's a new book. So is that the Billy Tucci one? The Indiegogo? Miss Fury. Search. Black Tiger, Legacy of Fury graphic novel. Ooh, that sounds kind of cool. Let me look at that here in a second. And then it just doesn't show up. Man, I hate... No, hate's too strong of a word. I dislike the search feature on Indiegogo. It seems to me... There it is. It seems to me like it's one of the least useful searches I've ever encountered. I'm not actually sure I can show the cover. Ooh, I can't show that. There's a lot here that's kind of on the line for what you can show on YouTube. Now, at least there's the little black censor bar there. So this is a new story? This isn't just like some other thing that's being repackaged? That's kind of cool. So let's see, Billy Tucci. So it's crafted. And then, so he's doing a cover, and then she's doing the interior art, which is then colored by her, lettering by her, okay, and then a variant cover by her. All right, cool. I mean, it does look pretty neat. Like, I gotta admit that. The other thing I just clicked on that I stumbled upon was this, which I know nothing about. I probably looked at this campaign in like December or something. That looks kind of fun, actually. Is this like metaphorical, or is this like literally a dragon shows up? Because if that's metaphorical, that's awesome. If that's literal, I think that's also still pretty darn awesome. Okay, let me get back to the chat. You don't know what the deal is with that guy? Man, it's probably best not to know what the deal is with that man. And that goes for a lot of people. A lot of people. And I don't want you to feel like I'm putting anybody down, but there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of swirl out there. And I pay attention to some of it, but honestly, you gotta not. You gotta not. You just gotta let it go. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna get into the Miss Fury thing. I don't know. I might. I'm still waiting. If he sends me my copy of She, I'm more likely to back it. If he doesn't, I'm less likely to back it. That's just kind of how I roll when it comes to these sorts of things. But, yeah, I heard Billy Tucci got a lot of refunds on this, and that was what kind of suspended the Dynamite campaign. And I'm trying to find a way to get to, like, the comic search. Did you just have to, like, go to Browse or something? Here we go. Creative Works, Comics. There we go. Let's see what we got. I don't want to have a search term. I just want to browse in general. There we go. See, Graveyard Shift Volume 3. I'm probably not backing that. Oh. Which isn't to say, like, I say nobody should back that. I just... After thinking about it, I didn't like the first volume that much, so I didn't back the second one. And now I'm 2 volumes behind, and I'm not very likely to get in on that stuff. Bayonet #1. Well, he starts off with a pretty cool name, man. Everybody likes a bayonet. Death Shroud. Oh, what is this? Hold up. What is this thing? I don't know, but I like it. But you just show me... Oh, here we go. Now we're at interior page. Let's be like, you're just showing me covers, man. Just show me covers, bro. He's got, like, the Spawn cape going on. Well, I guess that's his Death Shroud, huh? Okay, that's kind of cool. I might look at that again here in a minute. Of course, there's the Black Flag campaign. I didn't back that one. I got to be real selective about what campaigns I back. You know, money. It's always money. Money, money, money. If I had more money, if I had infinite money, I would back all kinds of stuff just for funds. Just for funsies. This I did back. I expect it to be pretty awesome. T-Bird and Throttle. The first 3 volumes were great. I expect Volume 4 to also, likewise, be great. Replicator, you know, I didn't back that. That guy sends me... I'm like on his newsletter, man. So like every week I get an email from him talking about something. And it always sounds awesome. And then I just never back the campaign, which probably makes me a terrible person. What is this? It's only got $43 raised. Let's check this out. Kenshi N. New fantasy. Oh, dude, that is dope. I can see why he hasn't raised more money. How many pages is this supposed to be? 40 buckaroos, man. Oh, no, 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 no. No, dude. Never say something like this. Never say you're a scrub. This will not get you money. Don't ever say that. You know, you can drop that off and just say, hey, I recently took art back up for the first time in 10 years. I've been working in digital mediums for the past year, growing and developing as an artist. Check out some of the... I don't like the coloring on the clouds. Something about that bothers me. But I really like the way the fire looks over top of this one. This is like where this dude's strength is, right here. This greatly shadowed and silhouetted, scary looking stuff. That's absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's bigger over here. Look at this. Oh, it's like charred through the bone. That is so cool. It must be a giant monster because that's a windmill. Dude. Alright, anyway. Let me check on the chat here because I've been going off on a tangent. Let's see. You backed Bayonet on Kickstarter. You backed She too. Don't know what cover to get, so I just got the regular. I don't even remember what cover I got. I'm just waiting on Billy Tucci to send me something. Bayonet for spreading your mayonnaise on Butterbrot. You are living your best Boris life right there, Ninja Weasel. Did you ever back the Amazing Man campaign? Amazing Man campaign. I think I looked at it, but I don't remember. I don't think I backed that one. I'm just going to scroll down here through stuff real quick on Indiegogo, and then I'm going to close these tabs, and we'll go look at Kickstarter for a second. Let's see. Deathsworn. When am I getting my Deathsworn book? I've been waiting on that for like a long time, it feels like. Ava Comic 1 mainframe. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. We'll take a look at that here in a second. The Superwomen. Superwomen of Heroic Publishing art book. Pinups find an amazing spectrum of... Okay. Just an art book. Chrono Mechanics. Retrofit. Did he name it Retrofit because people found out that it was a republish of something he'd already done? Graham Nolan's The Chinoo. I remember that. That was like... Didn't that wrap up like a year ago? I feel like that wrapped up a year ago. Okay, yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that screams out. Oh, I did back Tadya, or Tadya. Oh, I gotta look at Mythics. Hold on. Do I want to back that? What's shipping? I guess that's going to be the thing that determines it. What is shipping? It's like $3. $8 shipping? What? No. No. $8 shipping. They wanted $8 to ship me a single comic book. No. No. That ain't happening. I can take a mailer, a Gemini, which I'm like, I know I have some around here, but none are in arm's reach. Put a comic in it and ship it for $4.50. So counting the cost of the Gemini, that's $5. Like, I would have went for that, man. If you're making me pay more than $10 to get your single issue of a comic book, it had better be the best thing since sliced bread. And if you've seen my review of the Mythics, issue 1, we were definitely not in sliced bread territory at all. Let's see, the other thing I opened up, let's see, Kinshi, oh, is this Ava thing here. Let's flip back and look at that real quick. Ava, Comic Issue 1, Mainframe is watching, Cyberpunk comics are set in the 23rd century, world of bioimplant, okay, so it's just, wow, okay, can't really show that on stream. Please, if you're making a comic campaign, don't show things that people can't show on stream. Wait, videographer? Is there a movie or something that goes with this? Like, what? Wait, they're selling, like, iPhone cases and stuff? £5? £4 just for the printed. Hold on. I'm gonna click away and go into here and see what shipping is from Europe, because that's about like $5, give or take. What's your shipping? No. No. They're gonna lose their shirt. They're not even charging for shipping. They're gonna sell me that book for £4 and not charge me international shipping? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna back that one just because I can't believe what I'm seeing right there. That absolute nutsaphonic, crazy town. What am I looking at right there? Is what's going on. Let me get where I can see the chat again. Bayonet is part of Razor Lore. His next campaign is for Razor Scars number 2. I have no idea what Razor Lore is. Okay. Talk to Heartso every now and then. He sent me a hardcover of Crow Razor to Kill the Pain. Oh, okay. Cool. I guess that's related. And Ava looks good. Don't know if you're going to back it. Yeah, for that price, I probably am, man. $5 is hard to resist as the total price for something. And let's see. I need to look at that campaign. And let's unsave that. Okay. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So yeah, this is how I look at Kickstarter. Let me in date, and then I just start here and I just scroll down, and eventually I see things that I start wanting. And sometimes I see something that's kind of cool, like this. It's kind of cool. Oh, they're not going to make it. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. But they would have run into legal problems if they had kept, like, if they actually made their goal. So it's probably for the best that they didn't. Hey, there we go. This is something I'm probably going to end up backing because I like Eric Borden. Dang it. You just had to load like 14 times right there, didn't you? So yeah, this is my world when I come to Kickstarter. And I wish I had this view in Indiegogo where I could start at what's about to expire and work backwards. Mercy Sparks number 14. Oh, I think I looked at that one already. And I thought, that sounds kind of cool, and then I moved on. I don't know what that says about me, but that's also kind of true. Again, like, I'm at the point where I've got so many books. Oh, I need to read this. I got the Indiegogo release. I need to actually read that thing. It's sitting in my stack. Dang it, you didn't used to do it this way. You used to load the stuff before I got down there. Cave Woman, Middle Age, number 1. I don't know anything about that. This could be a cool book too. I got the first one from Connor Bartel. I forget what it was called. It was a pretty cool looking thing. We'll look at that in a second. That seems kind of silly. Bummer they're not making their goal though. Like, I wish everybody that was making something here could make their goal and get some money to pursue their dreams, you know? I almost backed the previous campaign of this one, I think. And then I didn't at the last second. Just ignore the red stars that were just up there. Those didn't happen. Again, please don't, like, do something... Yeah, look, like, I'm not clicking that on stream. Some people really hate him, too. Some people really hate that dude. It's kind of silly. I thought about backing this one because I got like one issue of Critter from a campaign like a year ago, and it was kind of cool, but then it was kind of like, I don't know. Again, it just comes down to money. I'm probably going to back that. Let me go ahead and open that up. Cats! Covert Anti-Espionage Teen Graphic Novel. So it's Wild Cats, except without the wild. Womp womp. Actually, it looks like it's a cool logo, and the art looks kind of neat. Those are some cool poses. She's like dual wielding, but she's only looking like getting ready to fire one gun at a time. Yeah, just scrolling. Scroll, wait. Chimp. Oh, I thought for a second it was like, wait, Joe Bob Briggs? What? No, that would have been kind of cool. Umbra Bound. Oh, that's like got some weird looking art there. I got a book that is done kind of in that style. And it's actually formatted not as a traditional comic book. It's formatted like long ways. It's weird. It's based on a Lovecraft story, but I'm suddenly blanking on the name. I saw somebody talking about this on Twitter earlier. Lillian, whatever that was. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot catching my eye here, aside from stuff that I knew would catch my eye. Which I don't know what that says about me. Hey, there we go. Did I already back that? We'll open this up and not look at that, because I'll probably dox myself if I start looking at that. But I might have already backed that one. Hey, Spinneret. People say that that's pretty good, but I've never read it, I don't think. Is this a sequel to Six Gun Gorilla, or is that the same book again? I could click in and find out. And yet, I don't. It just doesn't catch me quite enough, you know? It doesn't pull me in. And we've just hit the comics that are already over, so that's kind of a bummer. Look at the chat. Oh, you got a message held up. Oh, scrolling too fast. Sorry. We just kept scrolling, though. We just totally kept scrolling. So American Dream look interesting, but it's a bit much for 3 comics. Persuasion number 2. Don't know how Geek Girl is a kid-friendly book when Nothing Man has... yeah. And scrolling. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I know I was scrolling fast. I wanted to get through it, man. I wanted to get through it so we could look at Lead City here. So I probably am going to back this one. You can see I've already got it saved here. Because I like Eric Borden's writing on Scrimshaw. So if I haven't looked at this yet. Except for what he had sent me on an email. I don't know if I'm sold on the art style. I think I need to see a page and not just design. Somebody really likes their revolvers, man. That looks good. So you got a page you can show me here? Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you know what? I can get behind that. It's not Dave Mims's crazy art on Scrimshaw, but looks pretty good. Oh man, then I hiccuped. Looks pretty good. $10. I wonder what shipping is. Let me click over here and see if I can see what shipping is. Oh right, I forgot. Kickstarter will tell you what shipping is. So shipping is 0. So $10 including shipping. That ain't bad, because this is going to cost like $3 or $4 minimum to ship it to me. So yeah, I might get that one for some Western action. That could be fun. I'll look at the chat in a second. Swords and Silence. Swords and Sorrows, that's it. Sword and Sorrows, this dude was like a ninja assassin, and he had to kill his mentor to escape the clan or whatever. And it looks like this is a direct sequel. The first book was pretty dope. Let me see if this guy shows some of his art down here. Come on. He has some great, absolutely great looking stuff. I liked his art in the other book, the one I have. It was fantastic. This stuff looks like more of the same. Great use of like the darkness there, isn't it? Silhouetting him like that and then having the bottom exposed in moonlight or whatever. Looks cool. What is this one gonna cost? $8? What's shipping? 14? I could go for it. I might go for it. Let's see. Love University. I am probably going to back this one. I've read issue 1 and 2. I got a review of them somewhere on my channel. You can go check that out if you want to. And I had a lot of fun with it. So, $10 for the print copy. You know, the funny thing is, Marcel Dupré will probably send me the PDF for free. But I'm going to have to buy it anyway. It's kind of like your typical young adult novel, female protagonist, good with a bow. She's special. Greek mythology. They have a school separate from everyone else. Like, you see, like, we're just combining multiple young adult stories here. But it turns out that it's actually a lot of fun when you sit down to read it. And I'm very interested in seeing where it goes. We got the Black Hops. I don't think I backed this one. I'll go check my backing history later. You know I gotta back, like, volume 3 of this, because, come on. That's just who I am. Maybe I backed it on Indiegogo. I bet they ran it over there. I don't know. I gotta go look at my backing history and see if I've already backed this thing. We're not going to investigate that today. We could, but we're not going to. Instead, we're going to flip back over here. I'm going to look at the chat. There is one by Peach Momoko. I'll send you the link so you can check it. Oh, okay. Did I back Rumble Kings? If I did, I sure don't remember backing it. Let me... Rumble Kings number 1 and 2 catch up. Let's see. Since you can't see my screen anymore. This does look like something I would back. Let's see. Where's the backed projects? Let's see. No, the last thing I backed on Kickstarter was Heretique and Crosser's Gate number 5. So that's been since... Gosh. Like May? Probably backed the Heretique campaign in May. So no, I didn't back Rumble Kings. Let me pull this up. Because it does look like exactly my kind of jam. Look at this. A bunch of tough dudes getting ready to go do tough dude stuff. And the next cover... I don't even know what I'm looking at! But I kind of like it. What is this? $10. $10. Here we go. 2 for $20. What's shipping? $5? You know, that's more reasonable than some things. But I don't know. I got to think about that one. With Rumble Kings, we want to recapture the excitement of 90s big-budget spectacle comics that influenced us to become comic book creators. Man, you're just throwing stuff out there. Like, at this point, that's what this is. You're just throwing things out there to catch people's eye. Oh, yeah. Well, I like that and that. Oh, I like that and that and that and that and that and that. What do the things have in common? I have no idea. I don't see how that all can possibly relate. But it must. It says so. So no, I didn't back that, but hey, I got it open. And you mentioned, let's see, American Dream and Persuasion. Boom, there's American Dream. Which I did look at that at some point. It was a while ago. And we'll pull this one up for lulz. Okay, let's do this. Okay, these are the ones I want. I got too many tabs open now, man. We're tabbing it up. We're absolutely tabinating. So yeah, I'm really scared to scroll down here. I may have to delete the VOD. I mean, is she just like doing the faith gimmick? where she's like big and chunky and no, well maybe she flies with her skateboard or something. No, she just skates with her skateboard. I mean, you're built like you play roller derby. You can definitely crack some skulls open. I'm scared. Okay, I'm not scared anymore. I'm surprised they're not making fun of her. That seems like what the comic wants to do. American Dreams, issues 1 through 3. Exciting first 3 issues of America's first superhero's adventures in New York City in the 1900s. That doesn't really narrow it down. The 1900s was, you know, a whole century. But judging by his hat, his vest, I would say that this really is set in the 19 knots. Thomas Edison, however, truly believes in the American dream, and he's made sure to get his way to the top by any means. He's found an old design by his old employee turned rival Nikola Tesla, a machine to harness energy from the stars. JP Morgan's backing, Edison sets his machine in Central Park and throws the switch. Hey, I saw this movie. It involved magicians and there was teleportation. Oh, jeez. That's kind of cool. How much is this one? For all 3. Signed comics. Signed copy of any issue plus a print. If I don't want it signed. I guess you can't get it unsigned. So $25 plus $5 shipping, so $10 an issue. As Kickstarter books go, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. And Persuasion, you got me scared to scroll this one down on this one. Yeah. The art's not really doing a whole lot for me. I think it's the coloring. Something about it I don't like. But I can't nail it down. Do I want to know what's about to go on here? What is this book about? Did I just stumble on something I shouldn't be looking at? Journey of Christopher Childs makes his way into the futuristic world of Kansas City. Wow. Okay, well, that doesn't tell me a whole lot, but maybe it's kind of cool. I'm not sure. And let's see. By the way, do you search projects under comics or graphic novels? You know what Persuasion is about? Lol. I search... Okay, let me back up on Kickstarter. I'll show you exactly the magic that I use. So when I'm on Kickstarter, this is exactly the formula I use. Show me comics on Earth, and then I sort by end date, so I can look at ones that are... Now it's doing it wrong or something here. But that way, ones that are not quite gone, that I could get in on at the last second. Yeah, here we go. Like these show up first. So like American Dreams, I got to think about that one because I've got till like this time. No, I have till like lunchtime tomorrow to determine if I want to get in on that. I usually only look at like Kickstarter once a month or something because honestly, that lets me catch most of the stuff I want. And we've been going for an hour, and we're starting to look at... We've run out of Kickstarters, I should say. Not starting to look at Kickstarters, but we've run out of Kickstarters. We've run out of Indiegogos. Except for whatever one you were going to send me. So I should probably go look at... was that on Discord, my dude? Did you send me that on my Discord? No? Drop it in the chat channel. Okay, well, I'll look at whatever it was you were going to send me. Whenever you send it to me. But, I think I'm going to wrap up. I am kind of talked out right now. And I need to stop chatting for a few minutes at least before I do anything else here. So, Eli Easy, March Hare, Ninja Weasel, whoever has been out there lurking, Dude fella with the hard to pronounce name, Ing Jelani Nur Iker, that followed me probably on Twitch. Thank you so much for all that. I appreciate it. I'm going to head out of here. You all take care of yourselves. All that good stuff. And hopefully we didn't dox you too bad, Ninja Weasel. I deleted that so that nobody could see, like, what state you're in, you know? And, yeah. Bye-bye. We're going to wrestle for people's lives here. Under the black hat, of course. Under the ever-watchful eye of JR. Plus, I got to do a comic book review, too, before this day's up. I owe a dude a comic book review, and I told him I'd do it today. So, oh boy. Bye-bye.